Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 o'clock. Shall we get started?
Okay. Dear Toastmasters, good evening.
Good
evening.
Toastmasters, dignitaries, and my honored guests. I am Toastmaster Tilina, your Sergeant at Arms for the night. Welcome to Sri Lankan Club Symposium meeting number 580, our award night and installation ceremony. As we all meet in virtually from our homes and offices, I hope you all know where the nearest exits are, and also I hope where the nearest washrooms are. Please pick a comfortable, safe, and quiet place to enjoy our virtual meeting from. A warm welcome to all who's joining with our YouTube live stream. For the Toastmasters who's joining via Zoom, please ensure all your mobile devices and sound producing devices are in silent mode. As a courtesy to the speakers, please keep your microphones muted. We all love to see your faces, so keep your cameras on. If you have the special virtual background, please feel free to display it. Before we begin, let me remind you about Toastmaster International core values, which are integrity, respect, service, and excellence. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop their oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster greater self-confidence and personal growth. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Most importantly, have fun at our virtual meeting. Now, to take over our meeting, we have a Toastmaster who is new to SLCS but not new to Toastmastering. He started his journey with Serendip Toastmasters in Saudi Arabia. He serves as a branch manager for a Saudi Bahraini company, Carry Forward Corporation Limited, an asset, an inspiration to us. Please help me with welcome Toastmaster Rajita Gunatilaka, our MC for the night.
Dear Toastmasters, distinguished guests, good evening to all of you. Very special greetings to all our guests who are with us today. We respectfully vocalize that your presence is an added value to the entire event. Club number 8286, Area 3, Division C in District 20. Today, the Sri Lanka Club Symposium celebrates the installation of new office bearers and recognition of outgoing executive committee. Today, 30th of June 2020, the International Parliamentary Union, or the Global Organization of Parliaments, was established in 30th June 1889. Since then, June 30th is designated to celebrate the International Day of Parliamentarism. Similarly, today we are transferring the responsibilities of parliamentary procedures from one group of leaders to another. 22 years of history. Sri Lanka Club Symposium demonstrates proven record in track of excellence. In this journey, the achievements and rewards we gain are enormous. The number of glamorous ribbons pinned on our golden banner is the proof of accomplishment. The third oldest club in Bahrain and home to many visionary leaders, inspirational speakers, eloquent leaders, and great human beings. Yet, more details, statistics, and information about Sri Lanka Club Symposium and its development are yet to come shortly. However, reverently, I take my hats off to three legendary Toastmasters for their right-minded dedication as pillars of foundation. Sir, my humble gratefulness to our very own founder father of Sri Lanka Club Symposium, the late Toastmaster Chandral Lianarachi. Our towering twin towers, Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi and distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Saleh. Furthermore, proudly and loudly, I would say that the period of 2019 to 2020 was a golden era for Sri Lanka Club Symposium. We reached all the milestones a club can achieve in 1 year and demonstrated our strength in area, division, and district competitions. With all that, we celebrate today under the theme of Oscars of Oratory. Now the time has come to extend our thankfulness to the dedicated, unwavering, outgoing team of executive committee headed by a visionary leadership. In parallel, we also lined up to roll out the red carpet to our newly appointed president and the ambitious executive committee to take the standards of our club to further heights. Dear Toastmasters, let us start the program by inviting the person who led the club symposium over past 12 months, a man on wisdom, champion speaker, and dynamic visionary leader. Put your hands together. Please help me welcome our president, distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey, for the presidential address.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, dignitaries, guests, Toastmasters, Sri Lanka Club Symposium members. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
How many of you have heard of the great Taj Mahal? The Taj Mahal is widely known as a testament to one man's love of his wife. However, although it is a testament to one man's vision and ambition, each brick of the Taj Mahal was laid on top of each other, one by one, bit by bit, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, by an unnamed army of laborers. 2.5 years ago, at the Tropicana Hotel in Mahuz, a group of 7 Toastmasters were meeting on a Tuesday evening at 7:30 p.m. From a club of 32 members, there were only 7 members attending. We were thinking whether we should cancel the meeting or go ahead with it. We decided to respect the traditions of that club and start the meeting at 7:30, have the 2 speeches, have the evaluation session, and also go ahead with table topics. To this day, that meeting was one of the most fun, educational, and memorable meetings that I have ever attended at Sri Lanka Club Symposium or at any other meeting. Many of those 7 are gathered here today, and the seeds of that meeting are now seen in the many awards and accolades that have been won by the Sri Lanka Club Symposium members over the last 12 months. It is indeed with great pride that I will spend the next 5 hours as your president. As the torch passes on to a new and young and dynamic leadership, I wish them every good luck to take this flag, this banner, and this pedigreed club to greater and greater heights. Many have contributed over the last 22 years to this club that we know and love, Sri Lanka Club Symposium. I wish to thank my untiring executive committee who have worked 365 days endlessly, tirelessly, sometimes even thanklessly the club to this particular level. Each of you have sacrificed of your time, your effort, your funds enormously and silently, more than anyone would ever know. Thank you so much for your support, because without you, we would not have been able to achieve an iota of what we have achieved this year. To all of the 32 members with whom we started this year, you have all contributed significantly, sizably, and tremendously to the success of the club this year. This year, more than any year, members of SLCS have stepped out to communicate, to serve, to lead in the area, the division, the district, and beyond. We have had two triple champions from Division B and Division C, hailing from the Sri Lanka Club Symposium, two district champions, and for the first time, Sri Lanka Club Symposium won a first place at a district contest. The Epitome magazine was awarded as the best magazine in District 20, and our leaders have served at the area council, at the division council, and at the district committee level as well. Toastmasters is about servant leadership. You have served and you have led, and you have helped to make this year a truly memorable year. As we usher in a new leadership, it is my hope and wish and dream and prayer that you will extend more and more support to this committee as they step in with bright eyes and strong hearts in challenging times. We are meeting virtually for the first time in our history and for the first time in history anywhere in the world. Virtually or physically, verbally or spiritually, mentally or otherwise, it does not matter. This flame, this spark, this fire should continue next year, the year after, and for 50 or 100 years more to come. Thank you very much for having me as your president. It has been my absolute pleasure, and this memory is one that I will treasure for years and years to come as we speak and discuss and reminisce about this great institution, Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters. Thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for this memorable year and the wonderful memories. God bless you. Good luck and keep on achieving. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. T.M. Modi.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Now it's time for us to welcome a faithful friend of Sri Lanka Club Symposium. He is the founder president of the Bahrain IT Professionals and of Gamco Toastmasters Club. I presently Area 3 Director and the Division C Director-elect to address us and recognize incumbent officers. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, respected dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, and guests from Bahrain and all around the world. Very good evening to you all. Sri Lanka Club Symposium, being in Area 3, is a blessing for Area 3's success. We had started the Area 3 term 2019-2020 with two strong clubs, namely Ufuk Toastmasters Club, which is an Arabic club, strong club in terms of membership as well as achieving the DCPs. Sri Lanka Club Symposium, which is a community club for our Sri Lankan friends. Again, a very strong club in terms of quality, membership, retention, and the DCP, and helping the others, of course. An existing club, which is a bit weaker when we started, namely KMCC Toastmasters Club, which is again a community club for our Kerala Muslim friends, and a new baby club, Bahrain IT Professionals Toastmaster Club, And with these 4 clubs, we have multiple challenges. But today, sitting in front of you, I'm honored and glad to mention that all the 4 clubs are President Distinguished Clubs, and the area has been recognized as the Select Distinguished Area, which is a great achievement for me as Area Director for Area 3. Both the Bahrain IT professionals and KMCC were the major concerns to me at the start of the term 2019-2020, and I was a bit worried about how to take them forward in terms of the growth and the success. Then somewhere I read a quote from Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. He says the Toastmaster clubs, which has the right sort of programs, do not lose its members. Then I started thinking and inquiring about the right sort of programs for the success of the area and the clubs in the area. The answer was very simple. It was to search the right mentors and coaches for the club and the right PR, program quality, and the club growth head for the area. And that's exactly I did with the help of some advisors. Toastmasters of SLCS, your club president, DTM Hisham Jeffrey, joined me to mentor Bahrain IT Professionals Club, which I chartered in February 2019. And he also helped me to take up the role of the club coach for KMCC. His wisdom, his planning capabilities, and his patience ensure the 2 clubs become successful towards the end of this term. Area 3, program quality and the club growth director, DTM Ahmed Rizvi, who is also a member of your own club. He helped me help the area in terms of the area activities and the plannings and making sure the area's contest becomes successful. Area 3 PR and marketing manager, Toastmaster Amanda Rabot, is also from your club. She helped me with her creativity, promoting the club, the areas, and the contest, and make sure the area is popular and visible to all the other areas and Toastmaster community. I would like to thank DTM Hisham Jifri, DTM Ahmed Rizvi, Toastmaster Amanda, Toastmaster Manisha, who was helping us on the background from the division side, for all your support and help for the success of all of us as individuals, as Toastmasters, as clubs, and of course, area and the division. Finally, I would like to congratulate and salute the outgoing officers and the council members and wish all the incoming officers and the council members a successful term 2020-2021. Thank you for our Toastmasters.
Thank you, DTM Khalid. Thank you, DTM Khalid. Now, I would like to invite an efficient and energetic Toastmaster to announce.
Rajita, sorry to interrupt. DTM Khalid has to continue with the recognition of the officers. Thank you. So DTM Khalid, you may continue.
Thank you, Mr.
Excuse
President.
me, and thank you for the reminder.
Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to announce and recognize the club officers for the term 2019-2020 in the following order. The club mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Saleh. Second, club mentor, distinguished Toastmaster Husni Amin. The immediate past president, distinguished Toastmaster Tushan Kanchana. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Riza Isadin. Club Treasurer, Toastmaster Fauzan Umar. Club Secretary, Toastmaster Amanda Rabot. Editor, Toastmaster Manisha Linadora. Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Indika Kumara. Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Muhammad Munir. Vice President Education, Toastmaster Chanaka Ranavira. the club president, distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. Congratulations to all. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, DTM Khalid. Now, I would like to invite an efficient and energetic Toastmaster to announce the recognition of winners of the annual contests. She is the youngest Toastmaster in our club, completed the first level of the innovative planning pathway. Please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Naomi Divyanjali.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and honored guests. Welcome to the first segment of awards presented to the champions of Sri Lanka Club Symposium. We will start with the evaluation speech contest. Are you ready? Here we go. Third place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Husni Amin. Second place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Faraz Farooq. First place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. Congratulations to all the winners. We will now recognize the winners of the humorous speech contest. Are you ready? Here we go. Third place winner. Toastmaster Manisha Lenadora. Second place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. First place Congratulations to the winners. We will now recognize the winners of the table topic contest. Are you ready? Here we go. Third place winner. Toastmaster Mohammad Munir. Second place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. First place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Faraz Farooq. Congratulations to all the winners. We will now recognize the winners of the International Speech Contest. Are you ready? Here we go. Third place winner. Toastmaster Manisha Lenadora. Second place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Faraz Farooq. First place winner. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Congratulations to all the winners. I will see you again with another segment. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naomi. And our next dignitary is going to address us, has been with Sri Lanka Club Symposium physically and virtually, motivationally and inspirationally. He is young in age but rich in wisdom, the Division C Director and a genuine pleasant human being. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Jahangir Khan.
Thank you, Master of the Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Few hours left for my term to end. I was preparing the report for our district and for division to send an email to the incoming PCD. The work which was done last year by distinguished Toastmaster was near me, and I was so impressed by that that I started preparing the list for now. When I look into the list, SLCS Toastmasters Club, I'm happy to say that it is leading from the front in many categories, whether it be the educational awards, whether it be the achievements, whether it be in contest. I see Sri Lankan Club Symposium Toastmasters at the top. Now, how does it make me feel? It makes me feel really happy. It makes me feel really blessed once again, which I have always said many a times, to have SLCS Toastmasters Club in Division C. Leaders, once again, we as a division perform really well. As a club, SLCS Toastmasters performed exceptionally well under the leadership of a dynamic leader. I was really happy the day I got the news that DPM, Distinguished Toastmaster, finally the person who deserved very long back, get this award, DTM Hisham Jeffrey, was leading the club this year, and I knew that this club will achieve a lot more than ever before, and the club did achieve. So congratulations and kudos to the exceptional leadership, the team which was performing under DTM Hisham Jeffrey. The club performed exceptionally well. When I say in every category, it did. Now, one thing which the club did exceptionally well is supporting me. This club, SLCS Toastmasters Club, was there supporting me, whichever activity, whichever event I, as Division C, initiated. I was really blessed to get the best wishes, the best support from the leaders from my Sri Lankan club, Symposium Toastmasters Club. Now it's only a few hours, and this will be officially my last address. I have given the address in all the 15 clubs, all the 14 clubs before, overall in this month. Today, as it's the New Year's night for the leaders in Toastmasters, SLCS, this is my final address, and I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this term as a Division C director a grand success by supporting me, by making sure that the club performs really well, by making sure that the leadership of Division C and the name of Division C is at the top like always. Thank you once again. I wish the incoming officers all the very best. One thing which is always stand out in SLCS Toastmasters Club is the support they give to each other. They know how to make the Sri Lankan flag wave high. They know how to support their community. They know how to support each other and learn from each other. And that's what they have been doing for years and years. And I want you all to keep on doing that for years to come. Me, as a Division C director, will be signing off, but my association with SLCS will be there for years and years to come. Whatever support this club needs from me as a fellow Toastmaster, as a fellow division as a division member from tomorrow onwards, I will be there to help and support and guide in whatever way I can. It's always good to see Distinguished Toastmaster Saleh is here as well. Hello, sir. It's always good to see him around. I always say that this was something really beautiful, the way they used to appreciate their mentor and the founding member in the club. And it's always good to see the club moving forward every other day. All the very best, SLCS Toastmasters Club. Keep the flag high and keep supporting each other. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you different from everyone. All the very best. Signing off as your Division C director. Thank you once again. Back to you, Master of the Ceremonies.
Thank you, DTM Jangir. Thank you very much. And let us once again call our dynamic Toastmaster. Naomi, the screen is yours. You can introduce now. Now you are going to announce Toastmasters of the quarters.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Dear Toastmasters and lovely guests, good evening to you. Every year, Sri Lanka Club Symposium monitors the performance of the members through 12 months. Based on performance of these Toastmasters, we are proud to present to you Toastmaster of the Quarters. Are you ready? Here we go. Toastmaster of the first quarter. Toastmaster Muhammad Munir. Toastmaster of the second quarter. Distinguished Toastmaster Dushan Kanchana. Toastmaster of the third quarter. Toastmaster Manisha Lenadora. Toastmaster of the fourth quarter. Distinguished Toastmaster Faraz Farooq. Congratulations to all the winners. See you again with another segment of awards. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Naomi. Now, it's time to welcome our first guest from abroad, our friendly guest of District 20 from neighboring Kuwait. She is a versatile and eloquent leader, a strong associate at the district level. The person supported many clubs to the prosperity through the club coaching program. Please help me to welcome District 20 Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Alka Kumra.
Good evening, all my fellow Toastmasters, distinguished district leaders, Division C Director, distinguished Toastmaster Jahangir, Area 3 Director, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid, other division and area leaders, and last but not the least, dear Sri Lanka Club Symposium members. Congratulations to you all for this fantastic show that you have put together today. It speaks volumes about the culture of your club, excellence that I have always been impressed by in this club. First of all, you have recognized the winners. And I loved the way the outgoing ExCom members were recognized with adjectives for each of the letters of the names. This shows respect for the veterans as well as the young leaders of the club. When the members feel cherished and valued, they stay on in their clubs. And that, I believe, is the secret of the success of a club like Sri Lanka Club Symposium. With veterans guiding and mentoring the young leaders, and the young leaders following the path with open minds. When I look at the dashboard today, with more than 30 clubs having achieved the distinguished goals, but not getting distinguished due to lack of membership, I feel sad. This is a learning about where we need to focus on in our clubs, quality. I would like to mention here that in contrast, I have found that Sri Lanka Club Symposium meetings are really quality meetings. I have attended a couple before, and when I spoke to a few members of the club, senior members and junior members, I know DTM Husni Amin, DTM Farhaz, so many of them, I found that members are extremely proud of their club and feel a strong sense of belonging like a family. To gauge the health of this club, I had some time back gone into the history of the last 11 years that is available on the Toastmasters dashboard. Out of those 11 years, the club achieved President Distinguished status for 10 years. I was happily surprised. So this club always had a healthy membership as well of 20 plus members. So this club that was chartered more than 20 years back, the members seem to have made excellence a practice. As Club Grow Director, nothing makes me happier and more proud than to have such a club in our district, a club with healthy membership and a habitual continued journey towards excellence. This is one club that kept my personal mission to see each club with at least 20 members, 2020 and 2020, alive. And I hope that 2020 and 2020 will be achieved by the end of this year by the incoming district leaders. And now displaying yet again that excellence I'm happy to see from this club with 24 members and a perfect 10 on 10 DCP. Not only that, the club has produced great leaders and versatile speech champions. Continue your habitual journey towards excellence, Sri Lanka Club Symposium. As I bow out of my district role tonight, I wish the club continued success in the coming years. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Malka. Thank you very much. The moment has come to hear from the leader who leads us in District 20. She occupies the very top chair as District 20 Director, an eloquent speaker, dynamic leader, scholar, a trainer, and a person of excellence. Please help me welcome our District 20 Director, distinguished Toastmaster, Wafa Salman.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. For a moment, I felt that I'm in a Hollywood Oscar, not just an Oscar that we can get locally in here. And that is an amazing way of achieving this and presenting and recognizing the members and the achievers of your district, quarters and winners, and it's amazing. Let me start by recognizing the dignitaries in here, RA, PQD, CGD, Division Director, Area Director, leaders of District 20, whatever they are, and members, President and members of Sri Lankan Club Symposium. Great evening for you. When I've been asked to be with you, I said it is an honor in that special day for that club, when the club is just celebrating the success of the whole year, when the club is handing over a success story to the new team, when you are having 10 over 10, when you are having healthy membership, when you are continuing the legacy, that's what we call the ultimate success. And that's how you always make a challenge for the coming team. Because you have, every year you are doing more and more. So the new coming team has to create things out of the box to compete with the current team. And that is success. Your club is a special club. The special in this club is the consistency. Through all the years, there was a consistency in growing in the two fields, communication and leadership. Some clubs focus on the communication and be in the competition only. And some club focus on the leadership and be there. Your club is succeeding in both. Having the right leaders, having the senior members and the advisors, along with having champions in the district level. That is a great planning. Without planning, you will reach nowhere. And I'm sure that this year, the team has planned and achieved what it achieved. As we know, if we fail to plan, we plan to fail, as they said. And this club has planned well. And this day, you are just enjoying and celebrating with all your members the success stories. I want to listen to the challenges that you faced during this meeting, to the success stories that you have, to the relationship that you built during this time. In Toastmasters, it's just a small word from the outside world. We are building relationship through dedication and commitment. Through tough time that we are in now, when we see each other standing beside each other, regardless of the tough time, we know that this person deserves our relationship. This person deserves us to be by themselves, by their side when they need us. These days are critical because during the tough days, you will understand who are your friends, real friends, and who are the friends that they come and go, at which is normal. Like, we don't have to have all these people as friends. So with the critical time, this club proves that they are one hand. Because they are one hand, they are achieving. And because they are one hand, they are enjoying this night of the just missing the red carpet, and we will see a great Oscar. Next year, make a red carpet and we may be there with our fancy dresses going to this red carpet, and we will enjoy the scene and the event. Congratulations for this event. Congratulations for the success, and good luck for the coming year. And we will see you next year in the same position with much higher achievements. Back to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, DTM Wafa. Our next dignitary is the key, the foundation, the strong base on which Toastmasters in the region is built upon. His charming smile is only a small indicator of the vast knowledge, expertise, and qualities that lies beneath. The individual who carries an immense load of responsibilities on his shoulders for leading the largest district in the world. He has been a member of Toastmasters for 17 years. He is an educational professional, a director at the British University of Bahrain, a person who trained, coached, mentored, and inspired a legion of leaders across the region. Let us welcome to address our forum our very own regional level advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali.
Thank you, our MC. Our district leaders, Didi Wafa, PQD Salim, CGD Alka Kumra, incoming district leaders, PQD-elect Alafia, CGD-elect Khalid Abdallah. I see our leaders here, Khalid Jalal, our incoming division director, our current DCD, Jani Khan, and our area director leaders. I hope I don't miss out on anybody, and our newly for me, he's a newlywed throughout, and new DTM Dushan, my friend Hisham, everybody on the call. This is simply my probably 5th or 6th address for the day, and there are 4 more to go in different districts. So when somebody was talking about having all the pressure on the shoulders, I just kept my coat aside because seriously, it's getting heated up in my section where I'm sitting here. It's the last day for many of us in our office, which is the labeled leadership, which we call. For me, because of different time zones, I will not move from my position, looks like, till 2 a.m. in the morning. But one thing I want to share, when I was seeing the agenda which Toastmaster Manisha had sent to me, I was like, wow, after all the speakers, there would be nothing for me to say. But I look at the positive side of it. At least I'm speaking before Balraj takes over. So I have so much to say before Balraj begins. So thank you, Sri Lankan Toastmasters, Symposium Toastmasters, for this opportunity, for allowing me to speak before Balraj, at least. Now, I have been introduced with Sri Lankan Toastmasters way back from now. 17 years, not a small journey. I still remember trying to find park in that lane in Manama for the people out of Bahrain. It's our capital. Already 3/4 of Bahrain, we call it Manama anyway. So this actual part in Manama, I had to park my car, and that was my first meeting, which I attended in Sri Lankan Symposium. When I attended, I was thinking, okay, if the building looks kind of old, so what am I going to learn here? Is that something, because some clubs were already shifting to hotels at that time. So when I came here, I was like, okay, let's see what's going to happen tonight. I was a newbie 17 years back, of course. But from that day, since today, whenever I go to Sri Lankan Toastmasters, Symposium Toastmasters, I learn one thing. It is simply not the glory which you look at, not the lights, not the royal carpet. It is the heart of a leader. It is the personality here which makes us a quality club. From there on, whenever I got this opportunity to speak in Sri Lankan Symposium, I have to do some kind of practice, which I don't even do at times for district events. But to speak in front of Sri Lankan Symposium warriors, I have to think twice, even if it is 5-minute speech, because these breed of people in Sri Lankan Symposium Toastmasters are so strong. Talk about critical thinking. They have it all. Champions, you can see a big line of champions, very big line. Hisham, Faraz, quite a big line. I see our old friend Saleh here. So talk about leaders, a big line of leaders. There's nothing in this club which they don't have it to operate almost like a district office by its own. The best advisors, the best division directors, we have Husni Amin, and we have humorous champions. So whenever I have to come here, it gives me goosebumps, because just their looks is enough to evaluate you as a whole, your speech, your personality, everything. So this club is filled with those kind of people who have taken Toastmasters to the whole level. There is so much our friends from Sri Lankan Symposium have contributed to Bahrain Toastmasters fraternity. And I've said it many times, be it a picnic in Sakhir, be it a race we have to run, be it a bowling event, be it a debate contest, a district event, an area event, it cannot happen if there is nobody from Sri Lankan Symposium. Their expertise is always and always required. And one thing which I will not forget, the days when we thought a reigning champion, world champion of public speaking could come to Bahrain and perform. The moment Dhananjaya won, 1 or 2 months after that, he was already in Bahrain. Done not by the district, not by the division, not by the area, but Sri Lankan Symposium. So it's like an idea comes out and we go for it. Look at the installing officer today. We have past international precedent. So now it's a challenge for you all, Sri Lankan Symposium Toastmasters members. The challenge is to take this to the next level. Are you ready to raise this benchmark for the new XCOM? This is a big question mark. to take this to the next level. Let's see how you can do it, because you asked us to expect more from you, and now you got to deliver that more to us. So looking forward for that new, refined, energetic Sri Lankan Symposium version, call it whatever you want to call it. But we expect a lot from you now. Looking forward for that, and we will cheer you next year at the same time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DTM Ali. Thank you very much. Our next dignitary, identified by many names, attending many tasks, by fulfilling many roles. Today, he is our District 20 Program Quality Director. Tomorrow, he takes on the biggest role as District 20 Director.
जो कल आयत को भेजना है नहीं है
A fountain of wisdom and wellspring of humor. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Salim.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. First of all, let me acknowledge the presence of our past international president, DTM Balraj Arunachalam, our regional advisor for a few more hours actually, is going to be DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali. I can't say this to anyone else that it's going to be a few more hours, particularly with DD Wafa. They might not take it very positively, whereas DTM Ali Shahbaz, he would take it very sportively and very happily that he is served the region for 1 year actually. It was a very hectic year for him actually. It was not that easy for him to serve the year, 1 full year as a regional advisor. So it will be a great relief for him. I wish that he would take some rest and before he takes up his next leadership journey. First of all, talking about Sri Lankan Club Toastmasters, I think this is the 3rd club in Bahrain, and this club is very close to me actually, because the club is identified with its members, and I am close to all the members who are there. I can name it actually. I have listed down few actually. Our late Toastmaster Chandra Linachi. He was a person with such a wonderful smile always. He keeps smiling and very down to earth person actually. I really didn't know the caliber he possessed. To be very honest, actually, he was the one person who was instrumental in bringing His Highness Sheikh Nasser to one of the division contests actually. Until then, we didn't know all this, that Toastmaster Chandra Linachi held such a high position. So such a simplicity they always had. Next person always with a smiling and charming is our Saleh, Muhammad Saleh. He was such a charming person. Always hardly have seen him being angry. But what really was told that in club he is not like that. He is always angry, always on his toes, trying to tell members that what you people are doing is not right. You have to, buckle up and do things right. So that is the wisdom you have, like having such senior members like Muhammad Saleh. Other member really I admired was like Toastmaster Tisa Higoda. I know he's not continuing with the Sri Lankan club, but he was always available actually. When it comes to community, he was always there for the community. Nevertheless, what so happened, but I really, cherish the memories with Toastmaster Tisa. Other members whom I really worked with is Toastmaster Ravi Jayakwadi. Toastmaster Ravi Jayakwadi is the incoming district finance manager, and I'm very much privileged to be associated with him actually. We had Ravi De Silva, still he's an active member of Sri Lankan club. We have Toastmaster Ansar. Actually, the Ansar is such a sweet person, charming person. DTM Husni again, such a humble people. This is what humility is, what Sri Lankan club possesses. This is a wonderful thing. Toastmaster Faraz and Toastmaster Dushan. Actually, they are my brothers. They have been so close to me. When it comes to contests, they take that spirit next level. Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey is an articulated speaker, no doubt about it. Now we have the 3rd generation. I could call within this span of 20 years, I could see that this 3rd generation evolving, Toastmaster Manisha and Toastmaster Amanda, they are very much aspiring Toastmasters actually. But out of this, actually, I think I missed one very important person. That's DTM Ahmed Rizvi. I think he is the binding force of this club. Actually, there are certain things which he only can pull through it. Actually, if he throughout his Toastmaster journey, his first preference was Sri Lankan club, and I remember like the way they had pulled out a huge crowd when world champion of public speaking Dhananjaya visited Bahrain. That is where actually the turning point of Sri Lankan club. I could say that they had totally metamorphosis. This is a scientific word called metamorphosis uh, from a normal meeting room to they had moved into a huge meeting room wherein they had brought in new members actually. The next showcase what I have seen was when DTM Balraj Arunachalam visited Bahrain. Sri Lankan club put a wonderful show. Sri Lankan club always has these ups and downs. The graph is always not even. That is the beauty of life and Sri Lankan club actually. If the graph is flat, that means it's dead actually. So they keep it up and down the graph so that yes, whatever the mistakes or whatever crisis they have, they pull back again immediately within a year and they grow stronger. And Sri Lankan club has contributed a large uh, to the Toastmasters fraternity in District 20, and not to mention the contribution of Toastmasters towards the Gavels Club. Actually, the empowerment of the Gavels Club is through few members in Bahrain, and one among them is DTM Rizvi. I cannot forget him actually. The surprising fact is that we as Toastmasters always think that we Toastmasters are the best communicators, whereas when I visited the Regency Hotel for the celebration of Toastmaster DTM Balraj Arunachalam, I saw the ambassador of Sri Lanka speaking versatile over there actually. He took almost like 10 minutes speaking his own journey actually. So that is there, where this it's made a big impact in the community. And Sri Lankan club always had the support of the embassy officials. That's one thing which we need to really keep it up actually. Because I always see that Filipino club Toastmasters and Sri Lankan club, always they are associated, the Toastmasters are associated with the embassy in all their activities, conducting whatsoever activities. So this bonding has to be there because we represent the community and we have to be part of the community. And that is most important thing as leaders we have to do. We cannot distance ourselves from our community or the embassy. So I congratulate Sri Lankan club for their wonderful Oscar night tonight. I I thank once again for giving me an opportunity. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DTM Salim. It is time to have another round of recognition with awarding and rewarding. To handle this segment, we have a young, pleasant, ever smiling and supportive Toastmaster. He has just embarked on his speaking and leadership journey with the Symposium. To conduct the ceremony for the Educational Award, please welcome Toastmaster Sampath Kumar.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Toastmasters, dignitaries, guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. Tonight, we recognize the best of the symposium, those who took the road less traveled, those who blazed a trail of excellence, those who led the way for others to follow. Tonight, the list is a long one because this year has been a special year. Let's start off with the Educational Award recognitions for the Traditional Education Program. Competent Leader Award. Distinguished Toastmaster Farhas Farooq. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. Advanced Leader Bronze Award. Distinguished Toastmaster Sanjay Senaratna. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. Advanced Leader Silver Award. Distinguished Toastmaster Dusan Kanchana. Distinguished Toastmaster Sanjay Senaratna. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. Advanced Communicator Silver Award. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. Advanced Communicator Gold Award. Distinguished Toastmaster Dusan Kanchana. Distinguished Toastmaster Sanjay Senaratna. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri. Distinguished Toastmaster Award, the highest education award awarded to a member by Toastmasters International. Distinguished Toastmaster Dusan Kanchana. Distinguished Toastmaster Sanjaya Senaratna. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Let's now move on to the Educational Award recognition for the Pathways program. The members who have completed educational levels in the Pathways program are as follows. Pathways Level 1 Achievements. Presentation Mastery Level 1. Distinguished Toastmaster Dusan Kanchana. Presentation Mastery Level 1. Toastmaster Amanda Rabo. Innovative Planning Level 1. Toastmaster Naomi Divyanjali. Pathways Level 2 Achievements. Presentation Mastery Level 2. Toastmaster Amanda Rabo. Visionary Communication Level 2. Toastmaster Manisha Lenadara. Pathways Level 3 Achievements. Presentation Mastery Level 3. Toastmaster Amanda Rabo. Visionary Communication Level 3. Toastmaster Manisha Lenadara. Pathways Level 4 Achievements. Visionary Communication Level 4 Distinguished Toastmaster Farhas Farooq. Visionary Communication Level 4 Toastmaster Manisha Ledadora. Congratulations to all the high achievers. May you continue your journey with success and good fortune. Now we recognize a rare level of excellence. It is very few Toastmasters who complete one educational level per year. It is even rare that a Toastmaster completes 2 levels per year. When a Toastmaster completes 3 educational levels in one single term, it is indeed a rare and crowning glory. We recognize them as Triple Crown winners. This year, we are proud to recognize the following Triple Crown winners from Sri Lanka Club Symposium. Toastmaster Amanda Rabo with 3 pathways levels completed. Toastmaster Manisha Lenadora with 3 pathways levels completed. Distinguished Toastmaster Farhas Farooq with 4 pathways levels completed. Distinguished Toastmaster Dusan Kanchana with 1 pathways level and 3 awards of the traditional program completed. Distinguished Toastmaster Sanjay Senaratna with 4 levels of the traditional program completed. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifri with 7 levels of the traditional program completed. Congratulations to all the excellent performers in the Educational Awards and Recognition segment. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka Club Symposium is a club with a rich history, tradition, and legacy of over 2 decades. One element of this pedigree is the production of area, division, and district champions in the speech contest arena. It is now time to recognize, award, and reward these champions who raised the plaque of the symposium at the speech contests. Area 3 speech contest winners. Evaluation speech contest. Second place. Toastmaster Chanaka Ranavira. First place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Humorous speech contest. Second place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. First place. Toastmaster Amanda Rabot. Table topics contest. First place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. International Speech Contest. Third place. Toastmaster Manisha Lenadora. Second place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Division C, Annual Speech Contest winners. Evaluation speech contest. First place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Humorous speech contest. First place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Table topics contest. First place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. International Speech Contest. Second place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. District 20 Annual Speech Contest. Evaluation Speech Contest. First place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Humorous Speech Contest. Second place. Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jeffrey. Congratulations to all the winners and best wishes to continue your journey of victory. That brings me to the end of my part of the program. It has been my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for the segment. Thank you, and back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sampath. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we reach to a very special moment of a very special evening to meet a very special Toastmaster. His journey from the depth of desperation to the pinnacle of success was an inspiration to many of the Toastmasters. He is the first native Asian Toastmaster ever achieved the World Championship of Public Speaking, won in 2014. Human Resource Development Specialist by profession, trainer by calling, and a speaker by devotion. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome World Champion of Public Speaking in year 2014, Toastmaster Dhananjay Hettiarachchi.
Thank you so much for that lovely, warm welcome. I'm so glad to be, with my favorite group of people in Bahrain. I've got so many pleasant memories with all of you. I see some familiar faces, Hisham, Faraz, Huzni, Dishan, Ali, Wafa. I mean, it's one of the highlights I always talk about, wherever I go, the great time I had with all of you. It's glad to be with all of you again. I was telling Faraz, I missed the shawarma that I usually have when I come to the symposium, but maybe next year we can probably do it again. I just want to start off by congratulating Hisham and the committee for doing a fantastic job. I'm really glad that Chanaka and team have stepped up. For a while, Chanaka was missing in action. I'm glad he's back, taking on a presidential role. Was something that I was hoping that will happen. Because, leadership roles are far and few in between. If you take the corporate world, if you take the global world today, there's such a dearth of leadership. It begs the question where all the great leaders are. And I think as Chanaka and his team step up to the plate, I thought it would be really apt to spend a little bit of time talking about, the role of a club that is an ecosystem to create not only better speakers for Toastmasters, but also better speakers, to society and leaders to society. The symposium, just like any club in Toastmasters, is an ecosystem. In this ecosystem, you find speakers, you find mentors, you find students, you find all sorts of people. And all of these people survive and thrive in this club ecosystem. And, just like a fish tank, if you do not maintain the right temperature, the right humidity, the right, type of water, the fish would die. And it's no different for a club. It's no different for a company. It's no different for a country. And I think when you take on, the committee as they take on, a leadership role, their primary duty is to keep the balance of this ecosystem. And in my experience, I came out of ecosystem, just like Sri Lankan club symposium called Smedley Toastmasters Club, where Arunasam Balraj who's joined us today, was the VP Education. I had the privilege of seeing Balraj do his first 10 manual speeches from the beginning. So, it was a wonderful time. And that ecosystem and how that ecosystem was managed was the only reason, I was able to achieve the World Championship. So I want to talk about three things today about, maintaining and sustaining a great ecosystem where people could learn, thrive, and develop themselves. And the first part is about quality versus quantity. And I think in Toastmasters, there's been a great debate about, the quantity of targets and the quantity of goals needed to be achieved versus the quality that really comes out of the club. And I think fundamentally what separates great clubs from the average ones is that, leaders focus on the small changes that bring about great quality. And still fundamentally today, as it was 80 years ago, the most amount of quality comes from evaluations, the quality of evaluations. I could, still remember when I was competing and when I was speaking, I had my evaluators starting from people like Yusuf Jiwanji, Azgi Nuruddin, and Arunachal Balraj. My evaluation actually starts before I do the speech at the club. So 3 days, I'm getting evaluated on the speech that I haven't done yet. Then I get evaluated in the club. Then after I finish the speech, Balraj usually gives me a call and then evaluates me for the next 2 weeks. Right. First week is about how much of a crappy job that I did, and thereafter comes how I could make my speech better. So the evaluation was never limited to the 3 minutes or the 2.5 minutes in the club. I think the founding members of the Sri Lankan fraternity in Sri Lanka spent a large amount of emphasis on taking evaluation seriously, and I think this is one part, if you want to differentiate your club from the rest, is the rigor, the intensity, and the completeness of the evaluations that take place in your club. And I feel that there are so many other similar niche areas that all of you can focus on that will make this club not only really great in terms of the quantitative aspects of it, but of course the quality that attracts the right type of members. Today there is a tremendous push towards self-development and self-growth. And I cannot count the number of times that I've recommended speakers to different clubs and they come back and say, Dhananjay, I really didn't get a great learning experience. They would have had fun, they would have had a great time, but when it comes to the learning experience, very far and few between the people that I've recommended Toastmasters clubs come and say, I really learned through my evaluation. And hopefully that's one area that you would focus on, you and your team, Chanaka, would focus on in this coming year. The second area is about leadership versus administration. Administering and leadership are probably the left and right hand of a great leader. I think you can't clap with one hand. I think you can people can have clubs that are very well administered, but lack leadership. And clubs can have great leadership, but very sparsely administered, right? And I think these two things must go hand in hand. I think I'm not going to talk about administration because everybody knows how administration works in Toastmasters, very rigorous process. But, above administration, leadership is about taking personal ownership and, personal onus to achieve some results that are beyond what is captured. Just case in point, I could remember in 2006, there was a contest for non-districted clubs in the world. It was called the World Tape Speech Contest because we were not allowed to take part in the World Championship because we were not a district back in the day in 2006. I could still remember Leelanath Daluwatta, who was the club president. I didn't know anything about, competition, whatever. And then, we all had to send our tape to the United States to get evaluated. It was a speech contest by evaluation of a tape. Now, one of the things that I distinctly remember Leelanath doing was, he personally DHL'd my speech, from his own money to the United States. And for me, that's leadership, right? I mean, it's not just administration. Administration is just organizing the contest, but there's always this 25%, 35% more that leaders need to do in order to help people grow and help people shine. Even if you look at, my journey towards the World Championship, though 70% was about how the contests were administered, how they were evaluated, whether they were on time and all that stuff. There were always people like Nagaraj Rao, Arunachal Balraj, Dilip Abeysekera, who went a step extra, right? And provided that 25% to 35% of support that is needed for me to shine. And I think it's the same case, when it comes to anyone who's achieved some success in Toastmasters, they have shown a tremendous amount of leadership. I mean, case in point, if you take a look at DTM Sali, the contribution that he has done towards the movement in Bahrain goes far beyond, administration, right? And ironically, there is no reward for that, right? So it's one of those things that, you do because you have it in you to do. So I think, a great ecosystem balances administration versus leadership, and leadership component is always something that goes a little bit beyond administration. The third part that is important to making a great ecosystem is the balance between traditions and values. And if you look at some of the most long-standing clubs in the world, right, they have firm traditions. In addition to how things are done in Toastmasters, there's always this very collective subculture that forms their own traditions of how things are done in the club. And it's always a constructive tradition, right? And I think it's that tradition that separates any great institution in the world, let it be Oxford, Harvard, Cambridge, or any school in around the world, or even any club for that matter. They always manage to pass on their traditions from one committee to another committee, from one year to another year. Now, there are times when traditions need to change, but not at the cost of values. And I think this is the balance that a leader needs to inculcate in an audience, in their club and in their membership, is that as younger generations of people take on Toastmaster roles, as more diverse members take on the roles, some of the traditions might need a bit of changing, but it should never be at the cost of values. So for me, when I look at Toastmasters, and that ecosystem that I was imbued and inculcated with, it was always a balance of quality versus quantity, leading versus administration, and tradition versus values, right? And I think if the club that I'm so fond of, which is Symposium, Sri Lankan Symposium, manages to strike this balance and make this a part of their philosophy, I think there will be tremendous progress and tremendous growth, in times to come. And I think that's fundamentally, one of the areas that I would love to see happen and make it a cornerstone of your philosophy, and your leadership direction of your club. Toastmasters have helped me tremendously. Today, when I travel the world, when I do my workshops, when I go out speaking, it's the Toastmaster experience that really helps me shine and spread, that knowledge and wisdom across the world. And it's by no means a small feat, right? And I think each of us have that capacity, and some of you are demonstrating that capacity. When I met you guys, 3 years ago to 4 years ago, probably, it's been so long, to what you guys have achieved so far is actually a testament to that rich ecosystem all of you have, inside of you. And I'm so glad that there are still places in this world, there are communities in this world that provide access, to such an ecosystem, because that's what our future generations need. That's what we need. And it's our responsibility to make sure that type of fertile ground continues, across the years. Recently, I was having a conversation with, my own club, which is now probably 17 years old. And it's very, very different from the club that I walked into in 2006. But I'm so happy that some of those same values are still there in that club, providing that direction for, new generations. Looking at the world and where it's going, things are never going to be easy, right? I mean, we are in the middle of a pandemic. Things are, twice as difficult. And just to see how all of us across the world has evolved, right, to keep Toastmasters live, even at the cost of not meeting in physical proximity, shows the amount of ingenuity and innovation that's there in this movement. So I sincerely hope that all of you take on that responsibility, take it forward, and shine that light really bright. So I wish you all the very best, Chanaka and the team, the past members, district representatives. Continue doing the great job that all of you guys are doing, and you will always have my support. I'm just one call away, and best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dhananjay. Thank you very much. The person who is coming to address us now is an institution. His name resonates with the values of service, humor, excellence, quality, history, heritage, pedigree, and values. We know that as long as we have him in our ranks, we are in safe and good hands. Ladies and gentlemen, a person who has been there, seen it all, and done it all. Please help me welcome our Area 3 Director-elect, our very own distinguished Toastmaster, Ahmed Rizvi.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rachita. When I look at the time given to me about my address, 3 minutes, by the time I address the dignitaries, I think the 3 minutes will be expiring. Nevertheless, the core values of Toastmasters International warrants that respect is one of the most important aspects of Toastmasters. So therefore, I would start with past immediate international president, distinguished Toastmaster Raj Arunachalam, outgoing regional 11 advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shabazz Ali, outgoing District 20 director, distinguished Toastmaster Wafa Salman, outgoing District 20 Club Growth Director, DTM Alka Kumra, outgoing Program Quality Director and incoming District 20 Director, DTM Mohammed Salim, incoming Program Quality Director, DTM Alifia Lakhtawala, incoming Club Growth Director and outgoing Division B Director, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Abdullah, outgoing Division C Director, distinguished Toastmaster Jahangir Khan, outgoing incoming C Director and outgoing Area 3 Director, distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal, and most importantly, the very inspiring, very motivational 2014 World Champion of Public Speaking, Toastmaster Dhananjay Etiaraj. It's a pleasure to address from Sri Lanka Club Symposium for such a elite, eminent dignitaries present in an award ceremony and installation ceremony of Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters. As one and only charter member of Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters for the last 22 years in the club, I am really proud to have all these dignitaries at one time in our club installation, although virtually, not physically. And for the Sri Lanka Club Symposium members, I would like to say that they have come a far distance and climbed the ladder. Today, I can say 22 years ago, what I saw in Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters, and now what I see is a totally tremendous improvement. And the champions, what we have created in Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters is phenomenal, I would say. One time there was a situation where we were looking to who we should award in the award ceremony. But today, I think in this award ceremony, they were looking for to whom we should avoid awarding awards. So many awards were there. I wish the outgoing executive committee led by Isham Jifri and congratulate them for all the achievements, and I wish the incoming officers all the best, and Area 3 Director, I'm sure I will get the support from all these officers and the clubs. And once again, thanks all the dignitaries for being present here. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you very much, DTM Rizvi. Every castle has a strong foundation. The castle is visible, but the foundation is not. We have just seen the castle of the championship. We are now going to see the foundation of it. The mentor for Toastmaster Dhananjay Etiaraj. the past president of Toastmaster International for the term of 2017 and 2018, a successful business person, a philanthropist, a lifelong servant leader, and inspiration to many and motivation to all of us. In order to conduct the installation of new officers of Sri Lanka Club Symposium for the new term, please help me welcome past international president, distinguished Toastmaster Balraj Arunachalam.
Thank you, Rajitha, for those kind words of introduction. And it's great to see Dhananjay speaking to you all this evening. So one message that I can get out of that is, it's not only about the mentor, but about the mentee's innate ability to put something together in a double quick time, and then the mentor to only remove the clutter. But that was Dhananjay, who had the ability to put together something at the last hour and still win the district contests and be in it, be out of it, and then ultimately reach the pinnacle of speaking in the world. Looking at your club and your success of members, I can only congratulate and commend all those people who collected all those awards and won many contests at various levels in just a single year. Congratulations to you, and then thank you for living the program inside you and benefit from the Toastmasters program in its full sense. So I wish like shifting to Bahrain to join the Sri Lanka Symposium Toastmasters Club for what you're doing to your members. So Chanaka, the incoming president, gave me no room to say, I'm busy. I just spoke to Nigeria and finished, and I was at a Rotary event for dinner. But he said, no, we will do all that. We can shift around and get the installation done during the course of the meeting. Thank you, Chanaka, for not giving up on me and to come into this meeting to install the new club officers. And I also wish to congratulate the district director, Wafa, who just led the district 20 along with Salim and Alka. Although you are short of 239 member payments and 4 clubs, you must give it to yourself for having led the district in this most critical time in history and a crucial year that this world has never seen. So you have not you have not been distinguished, but no matter, you have done a great job collectively in order to deliver the program to its members and the clubs like Sri Lanka Symposium and many other clubs in District 20. That shows in a small participative audience such as this, there are so many, as Rizvi addressed all the dignitaries. You had so many dignitaries for this installation ceremony and to listen to our world champion of public speaking. So that shows the keenness, that shows the passion for Toastmasters, and that shows also the quality at this late hour when we are about to just 30 minutes more to go for to complete this year and start a new year. So I wish the new district team all the very best in just, which is just about to start in the next 29 minutes. So let me keep to the installation ceremony in the interest of time. So it is my honor and a privilege to install the new club officers of Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters. Before we proceed, I would like to thank and wish the new officers who just served the club to this level of achievement in the year 2019-20. And it is my duty to discharge the retiring executive committee members. And I request all of you to applaud, at least with our hand signals, to all those outgoing officers, although we cannot give them a standing ovation and all of us cannot see. So please do that, and for a fantastic, fabulous job that they have done in this crucial moment in time to serve the members of the Sri Lanka Symposium Toastmasters Club. It's good to see, once again, all the familiar faces that I saw when I visited your club. And good to see Farhas, who has moved to Colombo and joined one of my home clubs. Not yet personally met, but thank you for showing your face online, and hope we can meet soon. So on behalf of Toastmasters International and our District 20, and personally, just to thank all of you for your accomplishments and for your service. So the club officers have done that to get the program going in your club. Thank you for that. I'm also here to install the officers of the Sri Lanka Symposium Toastmasters who will lead in the coming term 2020-2021, and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make this club strong and dedicated in helping people from all walks of life to listen with sensitivity, think creatively, and speak in an effective manner, and run through all the programs that the district may organize this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, please withhold your applause, or although you cannot collectively applaud with your hand signals as well until the ceremony is completed. So may I invite all the incoming officers to please come online, and until when I call out your name, and the Zoom master to just spot them. As I briefly describe the responsibilities of each officer, please hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership and take your vote. Sergeant at Arms, so Toastmaster Dinesh Pereira. You are the Sergeant at Arms of your club, and your responsibilities are to look after the logistics and reserve meeting place, and when physical meetings or online meetings, to see that it flows very smoothly. Make sure that all supplies and materials are properly distributed and displayed at physical meetings, or ensure soft copies are sent to the assignees at virtual meetings. Greet guests and members, and invite the president to call the meeting to order at the scheduled time. Ensure you will perform these duties to the best of your ability, and if so, you can take an oath just in yourself to say, I will.
Say, I will.
Thank you. Treasurer, Toastmaster Prasanna Ratnayaka. Your duties are to collect the dues from the members, which is not an easy task, but with a club like Symposium, that's just not a difficult task as well. And send the dues to the Toastmasters International to renew their membership and to keep them intact. And to also look after the club expenses and provide at least some quarterly financial statement to the members in every 3 months to let the members know where the club stand in its financial stability. So will you perform the duties to your best of your ability? Thank you. Secretary, Toastmaster Fagzan Humar, you are the secretary of the club to keep an accurate record of the members, submit the officers list to Toastmasters International after the election and before 30th June. I'm sure you have already done that. Keep the club charter, constitution, bylaws, and meeting minutes in your inventory, and also to calculate the Toastmaster of the year points that your club may run to select the best Toastmaster of the year, and also to keep the club bridge between the district and your club strong as it could be. So will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Vice President Public Relation, Toastmaster Amanda Janice Rabot. You are the Vice President Public Relations to promote the club to the local and on social media. And your job is to look outside the club than inside the club, while you will do some PR work within the club, but more outside. Spread the word around about your membership programs, maintain and manage the social media accounts, website, etc. Attend all Toastmaster events in and outside of the club and in all the activities that the club district may organize to pitch or to demonstrate your club activities and to let them know how strong your club is. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you, Amanda. Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Indika Prasanna Kumara. You as the Vice President Membership will conduct ongoing membership building programs, explain the educational program to prospective members and ask them to join. As this is a crucial year, as today is the last day of the legacy program, and new members who will join us from tomorrow will not know that there was a legacy program that existed. So it is your job to not transition the old members to the Pathways program, but to get everyone into the Pathways program, because that is our future. And induct the new members very professionally and follow up on the new members and absent members so that they can be tracked how they're doing on in their program. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability as the Vice President Membership?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. And Vice President Education, second ranking officer of the club, the live wire of the club, and it all depends on in your hands to get the club going for another successful year ahead. So Toastmaster Mohammed Munir, you as the Vice President Education will plan successful club meetings and also focus on the quality of your club meetings, help members achieve their educational goals, orient new members to the Toastmasters program and assign mentors to the new members as they join your club, and monitor member progress, and also keep a track on your club's progress of how you're doing in the educational program. And again, be mindful that our legacy program ends today, and so you will onboard everyone in the club with the Pathways program, since that is our future. And you will also make the club meetings interesting, add variety, and also add a twist to your club meeting programs so that the members will not miss a single meeting, and they will want to come to the meeting rather than just running a meeting with 3 speeches, 3 evaluations, and a few table topics. Twist the meeting, add variety, and make it interesting for the members not to miss meetings. As Vice President Education, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Mohammed Munir. Now the Chief Executive Officer of the club. Your newly elected president who will take over in the next 19 minutes. Toastmaster Chanaka Ranavira, having been elected the 23rd president of the Sri Lanka Symposium Toastmasters Club, you are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all club meetings, virtual or physical, and at special meetings and meetings of the Executive Committee on a monthly basis if possible. It is your challenge to see that this club enable its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, and district. I'm sure this is not a challenge for you, but it is just a conscious duty to connect them all so that Toastmasters International will meet the goals that has been set out in the club program. Please accept the gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to the office that you have been elected. And this gavel is a symbol of the power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team and a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with a common goal of achieving, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be proud of. Will you accept this challenge and also treat it as an opportunity to perform the duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Chanaka, for having me install the club officers. And it is my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed into the officers which they have been elected for. Before I call on Chanaka to address you as the incoming president, I would like to thank all the district officers and the outgoing president and his team for a year that is truly fulfilling, rewarding for all that awards that was distributed tonight. So that shows how well the club was run. Congratulations to you, and wish the new elected team, which will be led by Chanaka, for another great year of Toastmasters. And thank you for the challenge that you have undertaken, knowing that in the next couple of months, you have to walk through these challenges that lie throughout the world while we fight the COVID-19 problem. So these are the officers that I would like to commend and salute in the world, knowing that they are walking in this, they are going to walk in the fire, but yet taking the courage to lead a pack of people to reap the true and full benefit of the Toastmasters program. So having said that, may I now invite Chanaka to address the, do his acceptance speech and address the club with his views and thoughts to lead this club a year ahead. Over to you, Chanaka.
Thank you very much, past International President DTM Balraj. It's my absolute honor and privilege to get installed as 23rd President of Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters by past President of Toastmasters International DTM Balraj. And it's a great honor and pleasure to have you here. And I must say that with so much of difficulty, DTM Balraj attended. Even he had a family funeral yesterday and many other activities all around the world to attend in his official capacity. But he made a point that to attend this meeting, and this is what exactly champion speaker Toastmaster Dhananjay said about the leader who runs extra mile to make it happen. So we exactly witnessed what he said. Thank you very much. It's a great honor and privilege to have you here. DTM Balraj Arunachalam, past president of Toastmaster International, and Toastmaster Dhananjay Hettiarach, world champion of public speaking 2014.
Right.
Dear invitees, dignitaries, leaders from district, division, and area, and my fellow Symposium family. I'm immensely proud and excited to lead this third oldest Toastmaster club in Bahrain, which has 22 years of rich history, tradition, and high standards. It's a legacy, and there are many legends in this story. We are enormously grateful for our founding father, late Toastmaster Chandra Linarachi, and still serving founding members, DT Mohammad Rizvi and DT Mohammad Saleh, for their guidance and untiring 22 years of service as of today, not only to Symposium, but also to whole Toastmaster fraternity in Bahrain. We are glad to have pool of past presidents, high quality mentors who are still serving and passing their knowledge and wisdom to next generation. DTM Husni Amin, our current mentor, DTM Ansa Moideen, DTM Sanjay Senaratne, Toastmaster Mohammad Aslam, and DTM Dushan Kanchana. We need your advice, guidance, and motivation in future too. I'm a member of Symposium for last 15 years. The best investment I did in joining Symposium on the same month I landed in Bahrain. I still remember the first meeting I attended as a guest. Grammarian of the day was Toastmaster Augustine Fonseca, and word of the day was flabbergasted. Joke master Toastmaster Emil Fernando cracked a joke about stray dog tied up in a temple bell's tower rope, and due to that, the noise, whole village was assembled in the temple. Toastmaster Mahendra Ranasuri was table topic master, and his wife, Toastmaster Sudarshini Ranasuri, was general evaluator, who gave valuable tips about timer's role. First Toastmaster meeting changed my life, and I still remember every small detail of it. Out of many significant moments I experienced being a member of Symposium for last 15 years, most significant was World Champion of Public Speaking 2014, Toastmaster Dhananjay's visit to Bahrain, and International President DTM Balraj Arunachalam's visit to Bahrain. Magical and sincere words of these two gentlemen made the Symposium family stronger and bigger. During DTM Balraj's visit, I remember he kept his hand on my shoulder and said, "There are a lot in you to do for Toastmasters." That inspired me to take up and go ahead with the ladder to take up the position. 2019-2020 term was significant for Symposium under the leadership of my college mate, DTM Hisham Jifri. We both studied at Isipatana College, Colombo, and die-hard rugby fans. In rugby, we believe in good number 9 and number 10 half combination is match winning. In Toastmasters, 9 and 10 combination is President and VP Education. While President is planning on overall club success, VP is planning on DCP points. We had good number 9-10 combination in 2018 and 19 between DTM Dushan and DTM Hisham. 2019-20 DTM Hisham and myself, and definitely upcoming term 2020 and 21, myself and VP Toastmaster Mohammad Munir to take the Symposium to the next level. Getting President distinguished status is common to Symposium, but always latter part of the term, we achieved that. With support of my EXCO, I want Symposium to reach President distinguished status in first 6 months of not upcoming term, but 21-22 term, the next year, we have 1 year to plan. To reach that goal, I want to introduce a framework which each and every expo member will perform, will track based on set and agreed KPIs and evaluated in each quarter. These KPIs set based on education, membership, public relation, and financial goals. Dear leaders, good leaders are made in normal circumstances, but great leaders are born in very difficult circumstances. Today, we will not talk about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. if there were no discrimination and suppression against African Americans in America. We will not remember Nelson Mandela if there were no apartheid, racial discrimination in South Africa. Our kids will not learn about Mahatma Gandhi and his non-violence movement if there were no violence and inequality in India. Therefore, dear leaders, today we are operating under challenging environment and that our generation never experienced ever before. But it's an opportunity to be a great leader. Let's use it wisely. I look forward to an exciting team with all of you. Over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Mr. President. The guest in line was instrumental in leading Bepco Toastmasters Club, a pillar of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club. He played a prominent role in the visit of the world champion Ramona J. Smith to Bahrain. He is the current Division B director. The smiling, pleasant, ever ready to serve gentleman will be in office as our next District 20 Growth Director, Club Growth Director. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Abdullah.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, for the lovely introduction. Past President of Toastmaster International, DTM Balraj. World Champion of Public Speaking, DTM Dhananjaya. District 20 Director, DTM Wafa Salman. District officials, division areas, past, present, and future. Incoming officers, outgoing officers, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. Good evening.
Good evening.
I was just chatting with DTM Farhaz before getting here to give my address. I was saying, what would I say among a world champion, past president of Toastmaster International? But let me ask you that question. Why are we doing what we are doing? Why are we here today to install the incoming XCOM? What was our purpose when we first joined the Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters? I was happy to hear about your incoming president, Toastmaster Shanka, and all of his description of the first meeting that he joined the club. It was very beautiful description of the word of the day, the role players. It was a beautiful memories, I'm sure. And I'm sure if we ask him for the reason why he joined Toastmaster by then, most of us would answer the same question. We came here to become better public speakers. But look how the transformation in your incoming president. I'm sure if we ask him right now, why is he here today? Of course, you have heard him. It's totally different. The goal is totally different. I know I have a limited time, but if I want to leave you with one thing, each and every one of us has to earn his leadership or her leadership every day. That's the common goal for all of us. As a CGD, my role is to look after extension and retention. And I would like to encourage you to implant positivity in each other. And that's where the spark of a family membership in between you all, and I'm sure that would even feed into getting more members. The quality this club has. I mean, I've been attending so many installation ceremonies, but this would stand out. And that's the spark that this great club would have. And I'm sure this club would attract even more members and will retain more and for longer years to come. I wish the new XCOM all the best. Congratulations to whatever the outcome XCOM achieved. And I'm sure the incoming XCOM would even take this club into greater heights. Thank you so much for inviting me here, and over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, DTM Khalid. Thank you very much. A lady at the pinnacle of perseverance, a testament of excellence. She has conquered medicine, conquered speaking, and reached to the pinnacle of service. Hailing from our friendly neighboring poet, will take over the reins of program quality director for District 20 for the new term. Please give a warm round of applause. Welcome to distinguished Toastmaster Alafia Lagdawala.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, past International President, Distinguished Toastmaster Balraj Arunasalam, World Champion of Public Speaking, Distinguished Toastmaster Dhananjay, our current District Director, DTM Wafa Salman, Club Group Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Abdullah, Division Directors, Area Directors, and spectacular members of Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters Club. I mean, what would I say? It was like an array of spectacular speakers before me. So I'm left with very little to say and comment. You all have a galaxy of stars. Not one is a champion, but everybody has its own shine, own power, own charisma. You guys are shining tonight, and that is what has been displayed. I have been watching the entire event, and spectacular job done by the XCOM and the team which has executed it. I have been fortunate enough to work with some of the members of this club and look forward to the same support by the current XCOM and the members of this club. As the international president said that, yes, this time is uncertain and we as leaders have stepped into a challenging time. So yeah, we are all ready to get comfortable in this uncomfortable environment and get that extraordinary skill out. So, and the incoming president of the club said that we are extraordinary leaders because we have taken the step to move forward in this fashion. So I'm looking forward to work closely with the area director, Distinguished Toastmaster Ahmed Rizvi, and the incoming VP Education, Toastmaster Muhammad Munir. So taking the club, or rather taking the district to greater heights. Look forward to your support. I think you all have done a marvelous job. You all have champions, reigning DTAG this year, Distinguished Toastmaster Faraz and Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham. We have our PR head for DTAG 2021, Toastmaster Manisha, one of your club members. So you all have all stars shining bright everywhere. Keep up the good work and look forward to meet you all in person someday very soon. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, DTM Alifia. Thank you very much. Once again, let us welcome back our dynamic Toastmaster Naomi to recognize the winners of Most Improved Toastmaster, Outstanding Toastmaster, and Toastmaster of the Year. Toastmaster Naomi, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. We will continue our list of rewards and recognition for outstanding performance during the term 2019 and 2020. These three Toastmasters have gone above and beyond the call of duty to serve the club and its members during this year. The Most Improved Toastmaster of the Year award goes to Toastmaster Dinesh Pereira. The Outstanding Toastmaster of the Year award goes to Toastmaster Amanda Rabo. The most awaited moment has arrived. The Toastmaster of the Year award goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Hisham Jifrey. These are the best of the best performance for the current term. That brings me to the end of my role for today, this evening. It has been my pleasure. Good night, and back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Naomi. As all the good things must come to a close, so as we shall bow to the inevitable as well. In order to propose the vote of 10, we have a gentleman, a public servant, a man who was born to serve and man who was born to lead. His values and principles have seen him lead the Sri Lankan community in Bahrain at many forums. Today, he takes the office as our Vice President Education. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Mohammed Munir.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. Dear Toastmasters, guests, dignitaries, friends, family, and well-wishers. Good evening, and thank you for being with us today. It is my pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on this auspicious day, where we farewell a team of leaders and we usher in a new team of leaders. Past International President, Distinguished Toastmaster Balraj, thank you for honoring us with your august presence. We will cherish this moment for a long, long time. World Champion of Public Speaking 2014, Toastmaster Dhananjaya Hettiarachchi, your presence today undoubtedly inspired a new generation of speakers and leaders. For as you said, you see something in them. Thank you for your words, your presence, and your support. Dear Region 11 Advisor, Distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali, a constant pillar of support and advice. Thank you for being a friend of the Symposium for these many years. And thank you for gracing this occasion and being with us today. District 20 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Wafa Salman, a big thank you to you for virtually crossing the ocean from Kuwait to be with us today. Your support and presence means the world to us, and we are grateful to you. District 20 Program Quality Director and District 20 Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Mohammad Salim, you have trained and mentored countless members of Sri Lanka Club Symposium. Today, your presence has been a motivational and inspirational light to us. Our sincere appreciation to you, sir. District 20 Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Alka Kumar Kumra, you have always shared pleasant encouragement and motivational support through the term. Thank you for honoring us by being here tonight. District 20 Program Quality Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Alifia Lakdawala, we have seen your marvelous and expert performances at many forums in District 20. Today, you choose to honor us with such presence. Thank you for gracing our event today with your charming presence. We are sincerely grateful to you. District 20 Club Growth Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Abdullah, your smiling and supportive presence has been with Sri Lanka Club Symposium constantly through the term. Once more, you are here giving us your usual encouragement and strength. We sincerely appreciate you. Division C Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Jahangir Khan, you have been with us through a year of trials and tribulations. You have literally sweated with us at our meetings. You have a special place in our hearts. Sincerely accept our appreciation. Area 3 Director and Division C Director-elect, Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Jalal, you have attended as many of our meetings as many of our members. Once more, you are here today and we value your great support through this year immensely. Shukran. Thank you sincerely. Dessert is the crowning glory of any meal. I have saved the best for last. Area 3 Director-elect, our pride and joy, our very own giant that stride strong across Bahrain Toastmasters fraternity. Distinguished Toastmaster Ahmad Rizvi, thank you for your presence, your words, your mentoring, your sacrifices to make yesterday, today, and tomorrow of Sri Lanka Club Symposium Toastmasters a strong and successful journey. Thank you sincerely. Dear Organizing Committee, Executive Committee, Master of Ceremonies, mentors, members, well-wishers, designers, wishers, writers, purchasers, supporters, and all of you who officially and unofficially, vocally and silently have held hands together and marched step in step with us to showcase today our pride and joy. The Oscars of Oratory, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Sri Lanka Club Symposium rises up as one, and we clap our hands together and say thank you. It has been my pleasure to propose the vote of thanks, and I hand back control to Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Munir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, speakers and leaders, friends and families, it has been my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies throughout our prestigious event, Oscars of Oratory. The end is not really an end, but every end forms a new beginning. Thank you for your presence, your energy, and your good wishes. I wish you good night and hand over the controls to our newly elected president to adjourn the meeting. Mr. President.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. All invitees, guests, and leaders, thank you very much again attending Sri Lanka Club Symposium, Installation Ceremony and Awards Night. And I wish to adjourn the meeting now.
Thank you for attending, everybody. It was really nice having you all.
Who wants to join me with some nice?
Shall we take a group photo?
Orange barley.
Is this orange barley a verbal one, or it's like killing us? DTM Husni, would you be able to take the group photo? If everyone could.
You have taken many already.
Ah, fantastic, fantastic.
Okay, so right. We can see the presence of DTM Guraz. He's been
DTM Guraz, welcome.
One of our early mentors.
Yes. DTM Guraz, how are you?
He's debating somewhere.
DTM Guraz, you are muted. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I've unmuted myself already.
Welcome.
It is a challenge being muted for almost 2.5 hours. So release somewhere. Do you like my COVID look?
Yes, suits you.
Yeah, avoiding the saloon. Do I get
DTM Guraz, I took a lesson from you too.
Yeah, I saw that, Farad.
Did it myself, just like you.
Do I get to go into the picture, in the group picture?
Of course. Absolutely.
Thank you.
DTM Hasni, just say 1, 2, 3 something, so we can at least. My chin will fall now. I was smiling the whole night.
Already done. I've already sent you photos as well.
Okay, so we have taken the group photo.
You don't need to worry because that's natural.
DTM Balraj, it must be very late in Sri Lanka. Thank you for staying on so long.
For us, there is one mentor we have to thank for this new look. You know who that is, right? Our very own Ahmed Rizvi.
Absolutely.
Follow the leader. Is Rizvi ji there?
He's here.
He's there, he's there, he's there.
Ever present.
He doesn't want to on the camera because it's shining too much.
So
I can see Sanjay is in the same rank now.
DTM Sanjay.
DTM Sanjay is in the same rank.
Right.
DTM Balraj, nice to see you here.
Yeah,
Again.
nice to see you, Ali. Great
Feels
installation.
like you are around here.
Thank you for staying on for so long. I'm sure it's almost
Thank you
midnight
very
in
much.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
For us,
Actually, it's 15 minutes past midnight.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
It's 12:15.
If Faraz is here, then he's not sleeping. How can I sleep?
I shall take your leave, everybody. Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.
Good
Thank you,
night
DTM
and
Alifia.
God bless you
Wait.
all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, DTM Alifia. Bye-bye. Take care.
Alifia, are we having the meeting now or?